This is yoga. We're going to start standing today with our feet in line with our hips, toes spread nice and wide. Let your arms come down by your side. Breathe, deep breath in. Just start feeling grounded into the earth. And I want you to say either in your mind or out loud, 0 ground. And then just imagine the energy going through your feet, zeroing out into the center of the earth. Imagining just beautiful aqua silver colors. And then let that energy come up through the soles of your feet, all the way up through the crown of your head. Say 0 source. And imagine that energy just zeroing out into the central sun. Breathing into it. And then imagine that energy coming down through the crown of your head, like beautiful golden light coming into the center of your heart. Say 0 heart. Neutralizing the earth energy with the universal central sun energy coming into your heart. And now bring your palms to your heart center, your thumbs pressing right in between your sternum. Breathe into it. Now, in your mind, I want you to, or out loud, I want you to say your name. Say what your name is. Say, I am, say your name. And just let your body sway in one direction. It'll either go forward or back, or sometimes it'll go right to left. And just know that that is your truth. Whenever you sway in that direction, that is your truth direction. Some people are forward, some people are back or side to side. And on your next inhalation, inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Deep breath in, exhale, swan dive, let the arms come down into a forward fold. And then slowly round it up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhaling, reaching the arms back up. Exhale, swan them out. Come into that forward fold. So our feet are still staying grounded. We're going to do some balancing poses to start off class. So that's why I want your energy really balanced and grounded before we go into them. Good. Just about 3 more. Breathe into it. Maybe let yourself go a little bit deeper with these movements. Good. One more time. And we're going to stay all the way up. All right, start with your dominant foot. We're going to figure out which foot is our dominant foot. You're still grounded. Now start leaning forward. Whatever foot you want to step out first, that's your dominant foot. So whatever that dominant foot is, keep it on the ground. Take your other foot, hold on to it. Your opposite arm is up. So we're counterbalancing here. Your arm is up. That's not holding on to your leg. Good. Now your dominant leg, put a little bend in your knee. I just want a little bend. And don't even straighten all the way. Just buoyant. Think of a tree's trunk, how it can move and sway with the wind, with still being nice and strong. That's what you are. You are nature. Good. We're all connected. All right. Now we're going to find that balanced trunk of a leg and see how far we can lean forward while still maintaining control. And maybe slightly bring up your back leg. Look at a spot that's not moving. Stay there, breathe. 3 more deep breaths. Good, now slowly bring it up. We're staying with this dominant leg. And we're moving to our tree pose. Bring your foot on the inner thigh or below. It could be above or below the knee. Your hands could come at the heart center, or you could find your branches. Breathe, stretch it out. 3 more deep breaths. Good, on that exhalation, slowly bring the palms back down. We're not done yet on this dominant leg. Bring that knee, hug it in. Hug it in to your chest. We're just hugging into the chest right now. Good. And then take it out to the side. Just straight out to the side. Your opposite hand on the hip. 3 more deep breaths, then we'll switch it. Good, on the exhalation, wiggle it out, wiggle that leg out, walk it out. Get some blood flow back into it. I know this is so good though for your overall balancing, all of that. All right, we're ready for the other side. Other leg, your non-dominant leg, balance on it, see if you can catch the ankle on that dominant leg, and then arm up. So we're just doing our other side, same thing, starting off in this just simple quad stretch. The arm is just counterbalancing you. We're gonna lean forward in about 3 deep breaths. Good, and then start leaning forward. Bring the leg up as high as comfortable for you. Look at a spot not moving, 3 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, slowly bring it back. We're finding the tree. So if you can just put that foot on the inner thigh or on the calf muscle, just anywhere that's not on your knee. You could even have your toes graze the ground. And then your palms could be at heart, or you could bring them up. Breathe here. 3 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, we're slowly bringing it back to heart. And we're just gonna bring this knee into our chest. Little buoyancy in that supportive leg, the non-dominant leg. Good. And just let that leg neutralize. Take the dominant leg that the knee's bent out to the side. 3 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, bring it back to center, wiggle it out. Wiggle it out. Good. All right, now we're just gonna come to the top of our mat. Feet planted onto the ground. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Lean your chest back, but your hips forward. Deep breath. Deep breath here. Exhale, swan dive down, hands come under your shoulders, but this time we're gonna plank it back. So either step or jump all the way into a plank line. Stay in the plank and just gently rock forward and back on the balls of your feet. You feel like a little slight stretch through the ankles, through the quads, through the Achilles heels. All right. And then just neutralize in your plank. 1 more deep breath here. Exhale, bend the elbows to the ribs, lower down. Point your toes, hands come low on your rib cage, and then press up into a cobra or an up dog. And then start looking behind you. One way and the other way. Breathe into it. Really stretch out those abdominal muscles. And coming back to center. One more deep breath, lifting up that chin. And exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, curl your toes, press into your downward facing dog. Walk your dog. First down dog of the class. Widen those fingers. Walk it out, breathe. Three more deep breaths, and then we're going to walk our hands toward our feet. And then just start walking your hands toward your feet. Stay here, place your hands onto your legs, anywhere that's not onto your knees, either above or below. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down. 5 times. Inhaling up, exhaling bow. Get up a little bit higher each time if that's comfortable for you. And the next time that you're up, stay up, come all the way up. We're coming back into balancing. Dominant foot forward, whatever that foot was that you're going to fall into. That foot plants onto the ground. And then bring your other knee up. Start circling the ankle on that side that you're hugging into. Circle ankle, good. Another 3, 2, 1. Now go the other way, circle ankle. 1, and then we're gonna cross the ankle over the leg, as long as it's not on your knee. Start bringing your palms together to heart, thumbs into your heart center. And then at your own availability, sit into this, to your broken chair. If this is super hard, just come next to a wall and use that wall to help you balance. So your one hand could be onto the wall. Good. 3 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, slowly come up. We're going to stay balancing, same leg. Before we had the same hand to ankle like this. Now we're going to see if we can switch our opposite hand to ankle and balance here. So it's a little bit more of a twist. Still, you should be feeling a quad stretch, but maybe a little bit deeper through the hip flexor. Good. Now we're going to see if we can do the lean forward again. But this time we have that opposite hand on our ankle. 3 more deep breaths. Good, and then slowly bring it up, walk it out. Wiggle it out, now we're coming to the other side. Your non-dominant foot plants onto the ground, hug the dominant leg in. Remember to have some bend in your knee. We want to be strong like a tree, but not stiff like a board. And then circle your ankle when you're ready. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, just go your opposite direction with those ankle circles. Good, and now we're going to come into that broken chair pose, crossing ankle over leg, as long as it's above the knee, palms to your heart, start sitting into it. Remember, use the wall if you need to. Get as low as comfortable for you, and then just breathe. 3 more deep breaths. Good, and then we're slowly coming up. Now we're coming back into the quad stretch, but it's our opposite hand holding onto the foot, unless that's super difficult for you. And then you can go back to the same hand. All right, when you're ready, start leaning forward. 3 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, slowly come out of it, shake it out. Shake out those legs. We're coming back to the top of our mat. Doing a few more sun salutation type movements. Saying hello to that sun because it's snowing outside. I don't know where you guys are, but it's snowing outside my window. So inhale, reach it up. Deep breath in. Exhale, swan dive down. Hands under your shoulders. Plank line. Hold plank. Nice and strong. 5 breaths. 5 breaths, holding the plank. On your exhalation, bend your elbows down all the way into the rib cage. Point your toes, and then press into the ground to lift into that cobra or up dog. We're gonna breathe here 5 breaths. So you can choose to just stay in the center, or if you want to take little movements side to side, do what your body needs. Focus just as much on the exhalation, if not even more than on the inhalation, because your inhalation will naturally come. Stretch out those abdominals. Good. And when you come back to center, tuck your chin into your chest, curl your toes, and take it into your down dog. All right, we're gonna stay here 10 deep breaths. If you need to, at any time, you can move into a child's pose or a cat-cow, because 10 deep breaths can feel like a lot sometimes. So if 10 is too much, just move it into child or cat-cow. Now put all of your weight onto your right foot. Extend your left leg up nice and high. Deep breath in. On the exhalation, left foot steps forward. All of your weight onto your left front foot. See if you can push off all the way into a warrior 3. Straight into a warrior 3. Lean forward. Flex your foot back. Stretch like somebody's pulling you from both ends of the room. Good, 1 more deep breath in. Exhale into mountain pose. Just both feet flat onto the ground, arms by your side. Step to the top of your mat if you're not there already. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, deep breath. Exhale, swan dive down. Hands come under your shoulders, plank line. Stepping or jumping. Good, keep holding. 3 more deep breaths in plank. On your exhalation, lower down those elbows in towards your ribs, point your toes, hands come onto your rib cage, nice and low, and press it up. Cobra, cobra or up dog. Breathe, move through this at your own comfort. Good. And bring it back to center. Curl those toes behind you. Tuck your chin into your chest. And down dog. You can walk it or you can hold it, whatever feels good for you. Good, 2 more deep breaths. Then we're stepping our foot forward and we're going right into that warrior 3 pose. All right, so we're gonna start with just putting all of the weight onto the left side. Extend your right leg up, take a nice deep stretch here, breathe into it. When you're ready, step that foot all the way up, push onto your right foot, and try to find that warrior 3 pose. Flex the foot behind you, point your hips down, reach your arms out. 3 deep breaths. Good, and exhale, step into your mountain pose. Just those arms by your side, feeling grounded. Deep breath here. When you're ready, reach those arms all the way up, lean back with your chest and lean forward with the hips. And exhale, swan dive down. Now we're going to start going a little bit faster in our sun salutations. Unless you want to go slow, we're just going to go about 1 deep breath through each asana, through each pose. So inhale into that cobra. It can be a deep, long inhalation with a few twists. And then when you're ready to exhale, curl those toes, down dog. Take a big, deep breath here. And when you're ready to move through that breath, either step or jump your feet forward into that forward fold. Inhale just 1 time up, exhale down, and then round it up through the vertebrae. Inhaling, reaching those arms all the way up. Big deep breath in through the chest. Exhale, swan dive it down. Hands under your shoulders. Plank line. Deep breath in, exhale, lower. Cobra up dog. Inhale through the abdominals. Little movement side to side. And curl those toes, down dog. Just 1 deep breath here. Exhale, bend those knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow back down. Round it up on the inhalation, reach them up. Exhale down. Plank line, deep breath in plank. Exhale, lower. Point toes, inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, curl toes, down dog. Deep breath. Exhale, bend knees. Shift weight all the way up towards your hands. Inhale, look up, hands on legs. Exhale, bow. Inhale, round up. Arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Plank line. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, curl toes, down dog. Inhale, in down dog. Exhale, bend knees. Shift your weight all the way to the hands on legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, round it up. Arms all the way up. Exhale, swan dive down. Plank line. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, curl toes. All right, 5 deep breaths in down dog. If you want, you can walk it or you can just hold it. 5 deep breaths. And on your next exhalation, bend those knees, shift your weight back so that you can step or hop all the way up by your hands. Hands on the legs, inhale up. Exhale, bow back down. Round it up, inhale. Reach those arms all the way up, deep breath. Exhale, swan dive down. Plank line. Inhale into the plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, we're gonna bring that warrior 3 back into it. Inhale, left leg up, deep breath. Exhale, step left foot forward and find that warrior 3. And then mountain pose, just quick. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, swan dive down. Plank line, deep breath in plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. We're coming to the other side. Deep breath in. And bring that right leg up, deep breath. Exhale, step it forward. Warrior 3. Balance, just 1 deep breath into it. Exhale, mountain pose. Good, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Plank line. Last time through. Exhale, lower. Hands on rib cage, inhale up. Exhale, down dog. 5 deep breaths here. Good. And on your next exhalation, step your right foot forward. I want you to keep your right foot planted onto the ground, just like we're grounding all of that energy. Hands just come on the side of your foot, right under your shoulders, and lift up left leg, that leg behind you, bend the knee down. Lift it up like you're coming into a reverse split, lower down, bend, like a runner's lunge. Good. Lift it up, bend it down. So most of your weight is just on that front foot. Good, 5 more times. Nice control. 1 more time, all the way up. Now when you step your foot down, I want your foot flat onto the ground, your legs straight. Both of your toes are pointed forward. So we don't have toes to an angle. Both toes are straight forward. Should be feeling a stretch primarily in your front foot. Here's where if you wanted to, you could grab a ring or a block for a little bit of a prop here, propping up. Remember, there's different heights to that block. And then just start shifting your hips side to side. Nice hamstring stretch here. Shift side to side, 3 more deep breaths, and then we're going to take it into a full-blown reverse split. I think the reverse split is one of the most challenging balancing exercises. So we're really we've done a good job of working our way up to it. Just whatever you can do. If you need that block, you can keep it there, or you can lower your hands to the ground. You could even try to put your hands around your ankle. And just think of the split, but reversed, so that you're really just using your muscles to stretch that leg up. And you're hugging in to that front leg. 3 more deep breaths. Good, 1 more deep breath in. On the exhalation, both feet step under you in that mountain pose. Place your hands onto your legs. We're gonna let that blood flow come back down out of our head. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, bowing down 5 times. Every time that you come up, try to get up a little bit higher. Exhale, bow down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come all the way up. Standing nice and tall in that mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Stretch even your pinky fingers. Lean back, hips point, push forward. Exhale, swan dive down. Hands come under your shoulders and plank line. Find that plank. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra up dog. Gentle little twist side to side. And tuck the chin into the chest, curl your toes, down dog. 5 deep breaths here, then we're stepping that left foot forward and we'll do our little lift offs. Just like we did on the right side, we'll do the same thing on the left side. Good, and now step that left foot forward. Both of your toes pointed forward, and it's a lift up and down. See if you can bend that knee to the ground. Lift it up, bend down. Just like a really quick reverse split. And then into that runner's lunge. Five more. One, and the next time that you step your foot down, point both toes forward so that your feet are flat onto the ground. If you want to get that block, so you're not feeling it in your back so much, you're feeling it mostly in this front left leg. And then just shift your hips side to side, right to left. Should be feeling it deep into the hamstring, especially on that left side, the side that's in front. Breathe here, 5 more deep breaths, and then we're gonna come into that reverse split. Whatever that is for you, if you can lift your leg up, or just make sure you're putting all the weight onto that front foot. Good. All right, now whenever you're ready, neutralize your hips. Maybe you want the block, maybe you don't. See if you can lift up that back leg, however high. Your hands can be on the ground, or you can place your hands onto your ankle. 5 more deep breaths, and we're just gonna step right into mountain pose. Good. On the exhalation, step that right foot forward. Hands onto the legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down. Just like we were doing before, come up a little bit higher. Every time that you inhale, letting that blood flow find its way back down to your feet. 2 more times. And all the way up. Reach your arms all the way up. Hold on to your right wrist. And pull the wrist over to the left side. Lift up your right leg. Balance for just a second, just a breath. And then cross it over your left leg. And just make yourself into a banana shape as you lean, or crescent moon, whatever you like better. And just lean over to the side, to the left side, looking up to the right. 3 more deep breaths. Then on your exhalation, gently unwind and take your left wrist, pull it to the right side. Start lifting that left foot off the ground, balance for a breath. And exhale, step it in front over to the right side, just crossing over that right leg. And it's that banana crescent moon shape. On the other side, looking to the left. Your legs, all of your limbs are to the right. Good. All right, one more time each side, but this time we're gonna lift up the heels. So unwind, take that right wrist, pull it to the left, cross that right leg over, see if you can lift up the heels. 2 deep breaths. Good, on the exhalation, you can let those heels lower and we're just switching it back to the other side. Lift up the heels, stretch all the way from finger to toe. 2 deep breaths. And on your exhalation, slowly lower it down. Release your arms. Come to the top of your mat. Take your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers. And then just lift up your arms. Lift up your chest. Lift up your chin. Breathe here. Try to stretch even your neck. And on your next exhalation, tuck your chin into your chest. Forward fold forward. Those arms are staying behind you. 2 more deep breaths. Good. And on your exhalation, let your arms release and just make sure those feet are in line with your hips and let your arms make little inertia type motions. And position your back so you're just barely off of the floor. And then slowly start lowering your knees to the ground, hands in line with your shoulders, finding a tabletop position. Begin rounding and arcing, moving through your cat-cow, just working out any little last kinks before we start coming and preparing for Savasana. Just round and arc, move through the breath, move through the shoulders, through the hips. Good, and then slowly start finding a neutral spine, cross your legs behind you, and actually grab your either your ring or your loop, and just take all of your weight back so that your legs can come out in front. We're gonna come onto our back, and actually If you have a door in wherever room that you're in, try to position your head so that your head is not facing the door. So my door is right there. I'm gonna point my head the other way. That's just a yoga thing so that you can see if anybody's coming in so they don't get surprised by you. Okay, so now take your ring, your loop band onto one of your feet, preferably your dominant foot, and then just start bending and lengthening. We did lots of hamstring stretches today, so this is a nice restorative way to end the class. Contracting and lengthening into your hamstring muscle. And the next time that leg is long, keep it long, widen your toes, extend through the heel. Hold onto your ring or your loop band with your opposite hand, and then your same hand press onto your leg, either above or below your knee. So I have my right leg, and I'm pressing with my right hand. I'm holding with my left hand. Think about plugging your femur bone down into the earth through your hip socket. Again, focusing on grounding that energy. Just widening your toes, extend through the heel. 3 more deep breaths. And we're going to take the leg over to the side. All right, now switch your hand onto that ring or loop. So it's same hand to loop to leg, and take it over to that side. So I'm doing my right side. If your dominant leg is your left, then you'll be on your left. Breathe into it. 3 more deep breaths. All right, now we're gonna fully twist our spine, bring that leg all the way up to center. Take your loop or your ring with your opposite hand to leg and cross over the midline of your body. Try to keep your shoulders from lifting off the ground. Your hip can lift, but your shoulders should stay grounded. Try to look to the opposite direction of your leg. 3 more deep breaths. And bring it all the way back to center. Okay, before we do our other side, we're not quite done yet. We're gonna point and flex through the foot. Point and flex. Mostly focusing on the ankle, but I still want you to think about the knee and trying to keep it straight. And plugging into your seat bone, that femur bone, all the way down into the hip socket. Go ahead, keep pointing and flexing. Another 3, 2, and the next time that your foot is flexed, keep it flexed. Now we're just gonna do little itty circles, little itty bitty circles with your heel extending out. And your hip bone is staying planted onto the ground. If your hip bone's lifting, then your circles are too big. I want you to just really feel around into that hip socket with those circles, whatever way you're going. We have 5 more this direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go your other way with those hip circles. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now switch it. Your other leg. Start with the bend and lengthen. And for this initial one, you can have both hands onto your loop or the ring. We're just warming up, Well, we're already warmed up, cooling down. We're just contracting and lengthening. So it should feel really good for you right now. Just that restorative motion, dynamically moving through this. All right, and then the next time that leg is long, now we want to hold on to it with our opposite hand and gently press onto the leg above or below the knee, widening our toes, extending through the heel. Breathing into it. 3 more deep breaths. Good, and now we're just gonna take it over to the side. Same side as leg. Inner thigh should be feeling a stretch right now. Try to keep plugging both of your hip bones onto the ground, especially that hip bone that's on the opposite side. Might want to lift up a little bit, push it back into the ground. Straighten out your leg. 3 more deep breaths. Good. And the exhalation brings you up. Cross over the midline of your body. Take your time. Your hip bone will lift, but your shoulders stay grounded. Look the opposite direction of your leg. Good. Three more deep breaths. And your exhalation brings you to center. Now we're going into the pointing and flexing of your ankle. Again, still focusing on the straight leg through the knee, but a little bit more attention through the ankle. And the next time that you have your foot flexed, start those circles, just those little circles, 10 each way. One, and then your other direction, keep plugging that femur bone down deep into the hip, widening those toes. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your ring. Just let your legs, both of them, go long. Get nice and comfortable. If you need to reposition yourself or do anything to get comfortable and grounded onto that mat, let your arms and your legs go long. Your spine is long. Your hips and your shoulders are grounded. And just relax. And just imagine that your mind is like a river. And you're just sitting on the side of the riverbank, watching your mind flow. Being a conscious observer to the life and to the activity all around you. And just silently observing. And start feeling into your breath, your heartbeat. Begin making small movements, wiggling your fingers, your toes, maybe even start moving your wrists and your ankles. And then stretch your arms all the way up, like you're reaching and stretching when you first wake up in the morning. Deep breath in. And on your exhalation, reach those arms forward and just roll yourself all the way up. See if you can touch your toes. and wiggle your hip bones so you get nice and deep into this. 3 more deep breaths here, just in a forward fold. And on the exhalation, walk your hands up your legs, come to a nice, tall, seated position. You can cross your legs or keep your legs long, whatever feels comfortable for you. Inhaling, reaching your arms all the way up. We're going to twist just one time each way. On the exhalation, lower down, twist. Let those arms and hands help you to twist. Keep twisting, twisting, twisting. Exhale. And when you're ready to inhale, bring those arms back up. Exhale, twist your other direction. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Keep exhaling. And when you're ready to inhale, bring it back up. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, bring it into your heart center. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.